Waste builds up in every community. There's waste management that needs to be dealt with in every population centre, every community centre, and also in South Australia we have a lot of tourists that are generating waste quite remotely. That is a challenge, and we need to bring people together to work out solutions that are suitable for those locations and set up that infrastructure and those processes to manage waste and recycling effectively in those communities for the longer term.
We're required legislatively to develop a 5-year strategic management plan every 5 years, and the board's just going through the process of doing that at the moment. The board's identified 6 strategic priorities, and one of them is sustainable outback waste solutions. So my purpose in being here today and in trying to pull this group together is that we know we're not going to be able to do this by ourselves. We're going to have to do it in partnership.
What we absolutely need in this is all of these stakeholders brought together, and the key stakeholders, a lot of them are government. We need Green Industries South Australia, we need Department of Environment and Water, we need Parks and Wildlife, we need Infrastructure and Transport. We all play a part, and we all together have components that we can work to make a much better outcome for these communities.
Yeah, Green Industries SA works to promote the circular economy in South Australia, and one of our key actions that we've got happening right now is developing our next waste strategy for the state for the next 5 years. So circular economy is not just about recycling, and it's also about how we can utilise our resources more efficiently across the whole system. And some of these challenges, particularly where we can reduce packaging or reduce the materials that are used, that gives opportunities, but then also how we can recycle those more locally and use those materials within the community without having to transport them such large distances. We can really try and identify some of those solutions and then look at local opportunities. As a starting point, just looking at the opportunities for high value material recovery. So that's where we're looking at metals, some container deposit bottles and cans and things like that the community's really already consolidating and collecting, and just how we can get those materials recovered even further and then back into those markets, into the new materials. That's a starting point, and then also looking at some of those other challenges such as tyres, and how can we start getting these other materials that are really prominent in the communities back into resource recovery and preventing that harm that they're currently doing to the environment.
Janita Chester, I work for the Department for Infrastructure and Transport based in Port Augusta. We look after the state roads in the outback, and there are an enormous amount of travellers, industry, etc. on those roads, and that all generates waste. It is a big concern for the department, and we're looking at how we can partner with other agencies and communities to manage that better. We do the waste collection on those state roads, particularly the main highways such as Eyre Highway and Stewart Highway, and we're looking at ways we can do that better and make it more effective for the communities.